Hi guys, welcome to the flight today as we're down in Istanbul airport and we're going to be taking a trip to Tivat, leaving runway 35 right, and we're going to be arriving for runway 32 down in Tivat today. We're going to be taking the Pegasus, and what we're also doing is we're using Vulkan with the 11.50 in full 4K and recording in 4K at 60 as well. So should be a nice touch if you've got a 4K monitor. Make sure that you use Google Chrome and 4K should be available. So don't forget to like and subscribe guys, and leave your comments down below. We're using the Navigraph charts as well, so we've got that on board. So don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below. And with that all said, now we can go into the cockpit and start the aircraft up, ready to go. Okay, so we're in the 737-800 now, so we'll go on overhead now. Our battery on and guarded, standby power is guiding, ground power is on. So we'll go and get our panel lights on now, so we can light everything up for our departure. Get our yoke back in as well. So after that we'll go to bat and ground power. We'll go and get our IRSs done as well. And we can go and arm the emergency light. We'll put on our fasten seat belts and chimes can go on. Put a one pump on for the APU. We'll let that do its magic. Then we'll put the window heats on and the probe heats along with a trim air, and we'll get the packs on as well. Okay, so the APU's come to life now. Put the packs on, we'll wait for that, get the APU on. So we'll switch over the buses now, go to the APU gen. Going for a cruising altitude of 330, and landing elevation down in Tivat is 16 or 10, so we'll leave that at 0 as well. We'll go down into the overhead, we'll get our navigational lights all on as well. So we'll see how 4K fares us today. So we're going to the FMC now, we'll get our positioning done. So we're at Lima Tango, Foxtrot Mike, shove that in, which will then light our systems up. So now we're going and get our route, and we're going from Lima Yankee, Tango Victor, and on our departure we are going for the Vaden 3 Yankee, and then from there we'll get our route up, as we're going to be going from Vaden. We'll then take the Papa 92, which is going to take us to, let's go to our route and do it that way. Okay, so we're going to be leaving runway 35 right, and we're going to be taking the Vaden 3 Yankee. Then from there we've got the Papa 92, which is going to take us to Letny. From Letny we're then going to go direct to Mavar. From Mavar we go Retra, and then from Retra we got direct to Tango Alpha Zulu, which is basically Tivat, which is a 345 NDB, and then for that is the arrival, which is going to be the Taz 2 Bravo, and we're coming down on the Localiser. Which one are we coming in for? The Localiser Zulu. So we'll take the Zulu, take it on, and we'll transition off our Livu, which if we have a look you can see Livu is right there, so 4000 or Mammal, but we'll take it in Livu, which is fine. So we go ahead, get that all in, we can activate that up, go in and get our perf. We've got reserves of 2.8, we've got a cost index of 10, we're going for 330, which will activate. We'll leave our takeoffs and we'll go for our flaps 5, so 145, a 146 and a 154, which is set. We'll go put 330 on the MCP altitude, which is also set. We'll turn on our flight directors and we'll leave the auto throttle till after our leaving the runway. We are going to be leaving on the 354, Okay. Okay, which is set. Go and put the first officer's lights on. Go in and get the QNH now for the airport as we use in real-time weather. So the QNH is 1009. Okay. Okay. And we've got everything all here, which is all good. 06010 is our winds, which we'll verify. And what I also want to do is I want to go and get our payload, which is at 21.2, which is a 5.75. Okay, we'll leave that there. That is all set to go. So what we'll do now is we'll put on all of our pumps, get the yaw dampers on, we'll get the electrics up and running, and everything else is all set for us to leave. So put the engine starts to both, and we ain't got the pushback as it's not working properly, so we'll see if we can get the actual X-Planes ground services to push us back out, and we'll get that all sorted right now. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. Okay, what we can do whilst we are waiting is we can lock everything off. Can remove the chocks, the ECU, everything there is extended back. Put the auto brake to RTO. Then we'll get our systems up, ready for us to do our final checks for when the tug does finally come. If it does, there's our tug there. Hopefully. As we do need a tug to come and get us. 4K definitely does make a big difference to the sim. Obviously we can't use Reshade with Vulkan, so 4K will sort of compensate for that. You can go into the NVIDIA control panel and set your colour settings to NVIDIA instead of default if you want to change them there instead of putting Reshade in. Turn off the brakes, he's going to push us back, so we'll turn the right pack off and we'll go for engine number 2. There comes engine number 2. Okay, so we're going to get the tug to leave us there. Engine number 2 now has come on, so we'll put the right pack on, we'll turn the left off and we'll go for engine number 1. So engine number 1 now coming to life. So engine number 1 now has come over, so we'll put the left pack back on. We'll switch over the buses, so we'll put that to Gen 1. Everything on here is all good, so we've got our packs back on, put the isolation valve to auto with the APU bleed off, and the APU can go off as well. Turn on our taxi lights, everything is all good here. We're practically all set to go now, so all we've got to do really is our systems check and then drop our flaps, which we will also do in just a second. So we'll get the control column over as we get ready to taxi on out, and I'll show you the charts of our route as well for when we do come out. So we'll do our full left, full right, full forwards, full backwards, rudder left and rudder right. So our checks are all done and are fine. So if we have a look at our taxi charts, what we can do, and seeing by locking it in, so we've got the 4K at 60 as well, which isn't too bad with Vulkan, so that was a plus for us, so I can bring more quality to the sim for you guys. So we'll go in and get our charts to the airport, then we'll have a look at our taxi. So on our taxi we're going to come up, we'll take a left onto November 1 and then come down straight to a right onto Charlie 1 Alpha, which then will be on the 354 to depart straight out. And once we depart straight out, you can see that then we'll head out on the 355, practically the runway heading, and then make a series of 2 left turns to then take us to Vaden, which is up here. So that's our routing, and we're all set to go. So what we can do is we'll drop our flaps 5. Okay, just checking the speed brake, everything's all fine there. So we're going to take a left turn right now, so release the brakes and we'll power on up to runway 35 right. See that we are now making our way, so we'll take the second left. Or the third left, should I say. So swing a left now. And we'll come down and we get onto the Charlie 1. As you can see there, which is the Charlie 1 Alpha. Now we'll get ready to make a right turn onto. So we'll just stay put here just for a second. Also get everything configured. So we'll go overhead, we'll put our strobes to steady, we'll put our runway turn-offs on, put our auto throttle to arm, we can arm the LNAV and the VNAV, which is all good. So now we'll power on out onto 35 right. As you can see there. Okay, so here we are now, 35 right. Again, just line her up, so we've got everything set, the auto brake is set to on. Okay, so we'll start the clock, we'll go to 45% and toga. Forward pressure on the stick. Airspeed alive.
$80 knots.
Check. Throttle hold. Ease back. Pressure on the stick now.
21, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
$400.
Check. So we turn the auto brake off, and we'll turn the gear off now. It's come up for our takeoff,
1,000.
which is checked. Also do is put the TARA on, and we'll get our weather on as well. So now we're going to our climb power. There we go to a flaps 2. And to a flaps 1. Okay, go to a flaps up now. And as we can see, there's going to be our left turn. So what I'm going to do is again put the autopilot on and let it take control, and we can have some nice wing views of the left turn out. So we'll be on the 355 currently, and then from there off of the 355 we're then basically going to take that left turn on the 302 and then the 265. So because it's going to be so quick, we'll go to the 265.
Please continue to observe the fasten seatbelt sign until the captain has switched it off. We do recommend for your confident safety that you keep your seatbelt securely fastened throughout your flight. There is a call bell leading line to the fresh air vent in the panel just above your head, and we'd like to remind you that this is a strictly non-smoking flight, and all toilets are fitted with smoke detectors. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight with us.
Hi guys, welcome back to the flight, and then at Gozu, which is basically right there, where we'll then swing in the right to come in, and we'll be at 4,000. If we check out the arrival charts, it'll be 2,600 when coming down. Okay. There, put 2,600 in, and we'll see what it does. Put the speed intervene in, so we'll start slowing down. She's come down to 240. So slow the aircraft now before we get to our top of descent, which will give us enough time then to come down on a nice rate. As by the time we come down to Mavar, flight level 299, so we'll have a little bit of catching to do. There we come down for 230, so we have more of a chance to come down from our glide path. At the top of descent it is just on par. Okay, so we'll not speed brake out now. So what we can do is we'll go ahead and get the localizer in as well. And we've also got a 345, so which will click in. Okay, which we'll have in, and also on 345 for Tivat, we've got the 111.3, which is that, so we'll go ahead and get that in. Okay, which is set. Just coming near to our top of descent now, as we're near ready to come. Okay, so just approaching our top of descent now for 330, as we then get ready to make our right turn, and we should see ourselves come onto the chart anytime soon. So here comes the vertical deviation as we start our descent down from 330, and we'll go ahead and put on our seatbelts now. Okay, so keep the speed brakes open. So descending through 310 now, we'll go overhead, we'll put our start switches to continuous. As we now get ready for that right turn from Mavar. Will be forward 299. Okay, so take speed brakes out now as the aircraft's found its descent path. So Tivat's got basically a 20-degree offset from the runway, so when we come down we'd need to adjust to get down in for Tivat. So we'll let the speed brakes back in now, and we'll see if the aircraft has locked in. Nope, still hasn't locked in the 240. So we'll leave her at 230 so we can get down on a nice profile. usually goes to 1260. Go ahead and set that on the first officer's side. Okay, which is also set. Go in and get our speed. So let's check our weight. 16.8 to 17.4, which is 0.6. So be at 153.2. She was flaps 30 over 152 plus 5, 157 will come in hot tonight. So we got a 32 knot wind hitting the aircraft as we descend down through 26 on our charts. We will be coming over from this angle here as we come down in to take that right turn around. Wind's a little bit choppy, but should make do for a lovely arrival as we've got the 4K in, so we should have some nice crisp views today in the sim. Currently coming down, we're on the we're okay on the vertical deviation or the vertical bearing, which is all on course. We can check the vertical bearing, which is right here, so we need to be on a flight path angle of 2.9. There's the 3 currently coming down, so we need to come down 1,460 feet a minute for us to get to Gozzet for 4,000 feet above at 210. So when we get to Gozzet 210, we've got our decel there, which is then we'll flick over the auto throttle and allow the VNAV speed to take control. A little bit choppy as we're coming in. Passing through 18,000 feet. And then once we get near to Gozzet, that's when we'll take a look at our charts, and you can see us come in when we transition off that Livu. We will also put the wing view of the landing in 4K as well, which we'll have for another video, so we can see that. So I won't play that in the landing cinematics, we'll save that for the actual flight, as we'll do a flight out of Istanbul and we'll get the landing wing view of 4K. So we'll set our auto brake to number 3, or we can put it to max. We'll decide. Leave it at 3 for now. Once we get to our decel point, then we can switch over the speed and allow VNAV to take control of that as the aircraft is coming down very nice and stable. So the vertical deviation is dropping down, which means the aircraft will now start to descend a little more. As you can see, 108 feet above the profile we are, so we're going to basically descend down to get the vertical deviation back on centre par. So just ready to blast through the clouds now, passing through 15,000 feet. You can also go into our approach checklist, which we'll get up now. So for the approach, we've got our altimeter setting, which is 1010, which we will activate when we get nearer. Altitude for the approach, which is 2,600 when we come in, which will be set. The ILS course frequency is 111.30, which we've now got Tivat on, which we're 43 miles away from. VCARD approach speed rev, which is the flaps 30 at 152 plus 5 for a 157. We'll have our taxi lights, which will be auto, flaps will be set. The auto brake is set at number 3 right now, and we've got our landing lights, etc. will be done under 10,000 feet. We've got our barrow, which is set at 1280, which will be set for 1260, which is practically our minimums, and we're all set to come in. As you can see, the offset of the runway there as we are approaching near. Once we make this right turn and we get ready onto the stretch for Gozet, before that right turn to intercept the localizer, then we'll take a look at the altitude that we need to come down at when we start to descend, as we're only going to have the localizer on. So passing through 13,008. Put our terrain on. As we're going to make a 360-degree turn from 13,200 now. And if we have a quick look, still haven't come into view yet of the airport, but we will in just a few more miles. So 36 miles away from Tivat as we come through 12,007. Still nice on the profile as we come down. It's a little rocky right now. It should make do for a lovely arrival as we come in. So I should imagine Tivat is just over here. As we'll be on the 354. Once we finish this turn, catch some lovely views, then we'll knock the VNAV speed back in, and we'll have a look at our charts to get the aircraft all in. So there's the QNHs now. Quickly do that. There we go. So QNHs are back to 1010. As we get ready to make our right turn in just a few moments, passing 11,500 feet. Once we get near to 10, then we'll get our landing lights and everything on and get equipped ready to come in for runway 32. So here we go, we'll make that 360 turn. So we'll catch some of the views of the orthos as we come round. And because we hit the decel now, we'll now let the aircraft carry on with its speed. So 240. There's 10,000. There we go, ahead and put our landing lights on just to start with. Once we finish our turn, then we'll turn the rest of our lights on. Okay, so don't know why the speed wants to go back down, so we'll leave it at 230. At 10,000 feet now, so we'll go ahead and put our runway turn-offs on, we'll get our taxis on, also put our wing and wheel well, and we'll tell the cabin to get ready to come in. So there's 230. When we get to Gozet, we need to be at 211 as we come round the bend. There's 9,008 now as we carry on our descent. Bring it down to 220 now. Okay, passing 9,003. as the aircraft will now level off to get us back on track, ready for Gossip. Okay, so now temperature's back. We can turn the engine anti-ice and the wing off. Our landing light switch are all on, taxis are on as well. Hold at 220 now as we carry on our descent. Towards Gossip. Okay, so currently now coming down 7,007. As the aircraft manoeuvres itself on par, ready for us to come in. As you can see, the winds are a little bit choppy. We still haven't come up on the chart yet, so we'll definitely take a look at that as we come down. So by the time we get to Gossip, we need to be at 4,000 above, 211. That would then go down to about flaps 5. And as I was saying with the offset, so there we are there getting ready for Gossip, so we'll leave it right here. And the airport is offset by the localizer, and it's offset by 20 degrees. Okay. So come down through 6,004 now, and we'll start lowering the speed now. We'll go to our flaps. Go to our flaps 1. Okay, so as we come down for Gossip, got the 216 aircraft slowly descending. As we come down for 4,000. Come down to a flaps 1. So the aircraft just holding down for our flaps 1 now. As you can see, there's our Gossip, and we are right here, all ready to go. There's the localizer set in as well. They're now currently on the 319. Okay, which is set. As we get ready for the localizer. So 2,600 above. So we can stay at 2007. There's our flaps 1. I'll put the EVR lock on. As we've got the airport in sight, so come down to our flaps 5. Yeah, we can arm speed brake now. Keep our auto brake to max. So there's a 2,600 above. There we go, so 341. Just set. There's the localizer. So the VOR locks in now as we start coming down, and if we have a look, it needs to be coming down for around about 800 feet per minute. So we go down to 1003, and we're coming down at 800 a minute. So as we start to come down now, come down at 800 feet per minute, and we can drop our flaps 15, gear down. Come down for about 900.
1,000 to go.
So, as we are right near the airport, what we'll do now is we'll disconnect the autopilot and we'll disconnect the auto throttle, and now I have full control of the aircraft. Go down to our flaps 30, which is a 160. So we'll fly her in visually now. As we come down, we've got the auto brake set to max. We've got our flaps which are down for landing. We've got our landing gear which is down 3 green. And we are all ready to
stabilized,
come in.
Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Got the auto brake set to max as we come in and make that left turn around. Auto brake is armed. Got 1 red. There's 2 reds, 2 white.
$400.
Following the puppies now.
$300. $200. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay, speed brakes are up and reversers are active. Okay, so we'll release the brakes and we'll let the reversers in.
80 knots.
Check. And we'll roll down to the end. So we'll now get ready to come off of Bravo. As we pull off of Bravo, and now we can go to our landing cinematics, guys. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys when we come back for the taxi to the gate. So I'll see you in just a sec. And there we are, guys, down in Tivat for the flight of the night. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the landing, and I'll see you all again very soon for the next flight on the channel. So take care for now, guys, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.
$2,500.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set. $400. $300. $200. $100. 50, 40, 30,